Hi guys, and welcome to this week's Weird Wednesday. As you can see, Mark isn't here today, so I've stepped in. Anyway, in this week's show, we are looking at belugas learning new languages, the movie The Shape of Water, and a terrifying blob found in a lake, and plenty of other stories, so let's dive straight into the news.
Before we dive in, now guys, you're going to notice that we're looking down. Unfortunately, our auto cue has broken. I blame Mark. Mark's not here.
I blame Mark.
It's Mark's fault. So yeah, if we're going to be looking down when we're reading, it's because we have to read it to obviously give you guys, all the information. Anyway, let's dive in straight to the news.
That's my line. Alright, let's dive straight into the first story. Ballooned by the bends. Peruvian Alejandro Martinez worked as a seafood fisherman, where he dived in the deep oceans of the South American coast. One day, he rose through the water too fast, causing the nitrogen dissolved in his blood to form bubbles. This caused unusual swelling in his body, adding an extra 40 stone.
40 stone?
4 stone. Adding an extra 4 stone to his total body weight. Because this is very rare, Alejandro is now being studied by doctors to try and find how to remove the gas. Sadly, they can't just remove the nitrogen due to it being way too difficult. Decompression sickness is becoming very rare due to dive tablets and computers, but it's not clear whether he had a dive computer when the accident happened. So it's not 40 stone, it's 4 stone. Apparently there's a difference.
a slight difference. You even had Robin, our auto cue girl today, in stitches. Oh, well done. I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
Cool.
That's why I don't do these.
All right. Evacuating dolphins. So photos of a dolphin being evacuated by a helicopter have gone viral. So the dolphins were kept in an aquarium off the coast of Cuba. Due to Hurricane Irma, the dolphins had to be moved, of course. So photos of the dolphins were first seen in the Independent website and have been shared lots ever since. That's conveniently how social media works and how things go viral, Mark. Mark, whoa! I'm on auto cue there. Anyway, so the dolphins were taken out of the water, wrapped in blue sheets, which helped them keep cool and calm out of the water. They even got head massages.
Wow.
A nice little head massage, so that's nice, isn't it? Anyway, so they were carried onto the helicopter and then flown to another island which is not in the path of Irma. I do believe I've said that wrong. So now they are swiveling happily in their enclosure, waiting out the storm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's cool, it's cute. Anything with
nice
dolphins always works, always ticks the box.
Yeah, we always have a dolphin story.
God, we don't. Oh, do we?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Shape of Water. Guillaume. Oh. Okay, now time for our next story, The Shape of Water. Guillermo del Toro, so if I butchered that name, his latest movie has just started its release. So why are we talking about it on Weird Wednesday? Well, the concept for the film is pretty creepy. A mute janitor and a colleague who work in a government laboratory discovers an
Amphibious.
creature in a water tank. That's all I'm going to say about the movie. It has hints of creatures from the Black Lagoon, and it's no surprise that critics and moviegoers are raving about this movie. At the time of this film, it holds 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is, excellent. For any underwater and monster fan, this is a must-see movie. For any film to have 100% is always good, so I'll be checking it out.
Yeah, it's cool. Looks cool, looks creepy.
Yeah, plus he's a great director. He's made a lot of good films.
Anyway, promo guys, so have you seen our latest video, top 5 types of scuba divers? It's gone down very well and it's actually gone live, we went live back on Friday. It seems to be a hit with you guys and a fan favourite so far, doesn't it, James?
Yeah, it's very good.
Yeah, it's well done for Mark for pretty much doing all the work there. Anyway, in the video Mark talks about, the 5 types of scuba divers, from the Lone Ranger, the Bragger and, 3 more. conveniently. If you haven't seen it, click on the link that's just popped up above us or the link in the description below. So guys, the blob! Dun, dun, dun. A blob has been found in the Lost Lagoon. Experts have said that it's pretty squishy but firm at the same time. Ooh, feel like jelly guys, it's lovely. But the thing is though, it kind of looks like a brain, which is a bit weird. The blob itself has been made up from millions of organisms called zoids, or zods, whatever you want to call them. The blob's scientific name is Byrosona. I probably completely said that wrong, but I'm not an expert, so never mind. And it just normally lives east of the Mississippi Lake, so nowhere near Vancouver, where it's found. Researchers should I say, have gone on record that the reason why the blob is so kind of far up north is because of climate change. Yeah, so I would be freaked out if I saw a floating blob that looks like a brain in the water. You're going for a nice swim, and you just got this blob floating in there. What do you think, James? Would you like that?
I love it.
Okay. You might want to carry on to the next story then.
Now it's time for our next story. A vulnerable whale shark. Footage of a shark has been... sorry, let's start again. Vulnerable whale shark. Footage of a whale shark being transported to a restaurant in southeastern China has sparked outcry, and for good reason. The video shows a whale shark being carried in a mini truck to the parking lot of a restaurant. Then, in front of everyone, was cut up into pieces so they can fit it into their freezers. Animal activists are of course condemning the killing due to the fact that the whale shark is a protected species. Sadly, it has been noted that when getting cut up, the whale was somehow still alive and, of course, bled to death. An investigation has now opened up due to the sheer amount of people sharing this on social media. So fingers crossed they can catch the fisherman who caught this giant fish and shut down the restaurant. So a very sad story.
It is, man. Like, obviously, I'm sure the video has popped up as obviously James was talking about the actual news itself. But it's horrible. Like the fact that they got this whale shark in a mini truck. The thing's massive,
And still alive.
And still alive. So they literally shoved it in the back there, drove it to the restaurant, put it out in this car park. They got massive, almost like saw type things. You know where loggers log wood? It's something similar to that. It's butchery, and the poor thing was still alive. So hopefully something happens. But the problem is, it's China. So the likelihood of something happening is pretty slim, unfortunately.
Yes, unfortunately.
So, anyway, on a happier note, belugas can talk human. What's going on? Okay, they can't. But a Japanese study has proven that through training belugas, that they can memorize objects, sounds, and symbols. To which this is the first time this ability has been confirmed in a creature other than humans. So obviously dogs can learn commands, other animals can do this, other animals can do this, but to have a specific animal to do all three, which is very similar to a human, is apparently amazing. So through this research, they've concluded that belugas now possess language ability that's actually very close to human. How cool is that? So they've found, out, but it's cool that they found it out, should I say, but I do feel sorry for the belugas basically being treated like dogs. So I have mixed feelings about it. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments below. Yeah, because it's cool that they got this information. It's cool that they found out that, the potential of belugas and, what they can do, but they were literally in tanks training them like dogs, and that's how they found out about it. So,
yeah, unfortunately, this is the way it goes sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, if you got to, dare I say it, you got to break a couple of eggs to make some omelettes, but obviously this is lives we're talking about, so it's a bit different. Or mammals or whatever. Yeah. Anyway, that's it for this week's Weird Wednesday. Don't worry, James, I'll do this bit. If you haven't already, why not vote for us in the Diver Awards? The link for that is going to be in the description below, and that's for 2017's Retailer of the Year. So your vote would be amazing, wouldn't it? It would be lovely. So thank you very much for that.
Thank you.
Voting for that ends, I do believe, on the 30th of September. So you've got a couple of weeks to do that. But yeah, urgency. And that's it. That's it for the show. Thank you very much, James, for stepping in. You've done amazing.
Thank you for having me here.
That's all right. No worries. Thanks, guys, for putting up with us looking down. Hopefully the AutoCue will be up and running for next week's show. Anyway, thanks for watching and safe diving.